Hi folks, I'm back. So earlier today, if you didn't see the previous video, Scruffy threw up again. So that makes it well, technically I guess it's the fourth time. But I'm not going to, uh-oh, is he gonna throw up? Oh no! He threw up again. Oh, looks like he's throwing up again. Oh no. But it's, the third video incident. So, I've been thinking a lot about what happened today. There were a couple of variables, but I think ultimately it's just he's eating too fast, and my petting him or just being close to him is causing him to eat too fast. So he's basically so skittish and nervous and wants to get out of there as fast as he can. He's trying to eat the food as fast as he can. And and I think he's been getting better at dealing with the balls in the bowl. So he's figured out how to eat faster than before, even with the balls in the bowl. There was a little tiny bit of water in the bowl just because it wasn't completely dry, but these are just, the bowl is slightly damp. I don't think that was the reason he threw up. Additionally, so there was a mix of Meow Mix and Kirkland. I no longer think it's the Meow Mix that was causing him to throw up. So I've been giving him a blend of the Kirkland and Meow Mix for 1 to 2 weeks now. So last time he threw up was over a week ago, probably closer to 2 weeks ago. So I think the problem is mostly just him eating too fast because he's too nervous and stressed. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do about that. So on the eating front, I can try to put more balls in. I could try putting a little bit of water in the bowl again, but I am a little bit afraid of that because there was a time when I put too much water in there, and I think that helped contribute to making him sick. Or I could not pet him anymore, but I think the problem is that because I'm trying to socialize him, at some point I'm going to need to interact with him in some sense. And so if I stop it now, only to resume it later, we're just going to repeat this. Furthermore, if I don't know what's going on in his mind, if he thinks that, what the reason for him throwing up is. So I'm worried that if I stop petting him and he starts eating again and he's not throwing up, he's going to make the association that me petting him is what's causing him to throw up, and I don't want to cause that association. So I think my plan is to just kind of go on as what we've been doing, assuming he is not so skittish that he won't eat anymore. But assuming we can pretend this never happened, we just keep going on as it never happened, or as it basically didn't happen, with the exception is I need to put more balls or something in the bowl. So after he threw up today, I left a bowl of new food out for him near that potted plant behind him, and so he wouldn't have to come to the door, wouldn't have to manage to get more courage to come up to the door. I wanted him to eat that afternoon since he just threw up, and I was hoping it might make amends for him throwing up. So I came back in a few hours, and yes, the bowl was empty. Interestingly, I had put 1 squishy ball and 3 golf balls in there, so 1 extra golf ball than normal. And when I found the bowl, he had managed to somehow kick out the squishy ball, so it was on the deck. So he somehow managed to get it out of the bowl. He was not on the deck pretty much all afternoon. I found him in the garden, and I tossed him a couple of treats. He was very skittish. Eventually he did eat one of the treats, and then I left, went out of sight. I'm assuming he got the other treat, And then I noticed he did follow me onto the deck and kind of stood at the corner looking in. I had left a new bowl of food out the door on the inside, and a new plate of no bowl, just a plate, but I had some more treats on there. He did not approach. I left it there all evening, and he didn't come. It's now kind of late. It's past 10 o'clock. So because he ate a late lunch, yeah, I think he's probably come later. But he did come a little bit earlier, and he did get that treat. So I don't know exactly what he is thinking. I think he probably has lost trust in me, and he's kind of spying on me, because I think the food I've left has helped a little bit. But yeah, I think he has lost trust in me. I think if I sit out there with the bowl, I don't think he's going to come, but I think we're going to try that. So right now I'm actually inside the house. I'm not sitting at the couch, but I'm a little ahead of the couch, standing up. So I'm a little closer to the door, but he's not approaching. So usually if I'm this far back, he's not that uncomfortable with me. But yeah, I think because I've lost trust, yeah, he's keeping a little bit of distance right now. I put one more treat on that dish for him. So yeah, so basically the treat disappeared. I left it a few hours ago, so he did stop by near the door. And so I just put a new treat out, and then as I was basically about to leave the room, I saw he had snuck out around the table, so he was spying on me and hiding. I tried to look for him, but I didn't see him, so he was in pretty good hiding. But he's keeping tabs on me, hoping for food, I'm guessing. Again, so he's not probably as hungry as he'd normally be at this point, because he did have basically after he threw up, he eventually did eat that second bowl I put out for him, and that was probably pretty late in the afternoon. So I don't know if he's going to be hungry enough to go for the food. And I'm not sure if I should just leave the food out for him to eat and just let him eat undisturbed, but then we don't socialize him, or if I should take in the food if he doesn't come, because I still need him to understand the association. So I come out, I give him food, but he has to interact with me. So anyway, so I'm debating on how many balls to put in, or what kind of balls to put in, because I want to slow him down. But yeah, so apparently 4 balls, one of them being the squishy balls, enough to kick, for him to kick it out. I was thinking he might not kick it out if I'm there, because he might not be aggressive enough, and he'd be afraid to try to kick it out. But right now I'm leaning towards, instead of 4 balls, where it was 3 golf balls and 1 squishy ball, I'm going to try 2 squishy balls and 1 golf ball. So the 2 squishy balls are much bigger, and so they take up a lot more space, so I don't need 4 balls. But I don't know. There's not a lot of space to maneuver in there, so it might be too tough for Scruffy. It's hard to say. But okay, I'm probably going to go outside and try to give him this food now and see what happens. Oh, one more thing. I'm thinking I'm going to give him a little bit more food than normal. Partly to make amends, partly maybe to keep him at the bowl longer. Because yeah, since there's been so little food, he eats fast and then takes off. If there's a little more food in there, maybe he'll slow down a little, just because there's more food, and he'll say, screw it, there's a lot of food here, I'll take my time. I don't know. It could make it worse. Like, you could try to eat it all really fast and then make him even sicker. But I'm gonna put a little bit of extra food in his bowl. So I'm actually gonna turn off the camera to do that. So I'll be back. So I just poured in another 4th cup of food. So basically he's getting 1/4 of a cup plus 1/8, I think. So basically this would be a full feeding for a day, no barn cat stuff. So this would be like feeding a normal cat. And so the moment I poured it in, I went back to put the cup in, and then he came running to the door. So I think he liked seeing the extra food in there. So I'm going to go out. I know he's going to scatter, but we're going to try this. Okay, Scruffy? Because I feel really bad about making you throw up. But yeah, I mean, it's technically your fault because you're eating too fast, but still. Huh, it's interesting. So usually when I sit at this chair and he's that close, he runs off. Okay, so I'm going to open the screen. Oh, he hissed. I'm not sure what to do now. Okay. So we're going to go back to the chair? Okay. So let's go to the chair. And I'm thinking of spoon feeding him, but not with my hand on the cup, but on the handle. So I won't get quite as close to him. But I kind of want to keep the routine because I don't want to break the routine. Sorry, Scruffy. I'm not trying to scare you, but okay, so anyway, this is the kibble, so there's a lot more than usual. And then there's balls. And cup. So I'm going to use the handle this time for today. Want the food, Scruffy? I said I'm sorry about today. Didn't want to make you throw up. You're the hardest cat to please. So I got a email back from the Space Kitty Express people. Oh, cool. And so the shipment's finally on its way. So basically, the short story is they were sadly very negatively affected by the COVID situation. The cup. And so I managed to catch them in the week that they were moving to a new place. And so because of that, yeah, they weren't unable to handle shipping new orders until they finished their move. So yeah, they just shipped it today, so hopefully we'll get a solution to his skittishness. So I was shifting in the chair a little bit, but it made him nervous. So yeah, he's very, very skittish right now. So I'm going to hold out the cup because there's still more in there. But if he doesn't want it, he can go for the bowl. So I'm going to still try to pet him. But only after he goes for the... Okay. Do you want the bowl? Or the cup? Want the bowl or the cup? Hey, Scruffy. bowl or cup? So moving the camera back. So he doesn't like all the movement, and I'm sure he doesn't like the new balls. Didn't do anything. Okay, I'm gonna go in, try to pet him a little bit. Mind if I pet you, Scruffy? Glance in his fur right now. Okay, I'm actually touching him. Please don't bite me. Do you want the cup? So yeah, sorry, we have to slow you down because you're eating too fast. Cup? Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I've got a solid petting on his back. Like one of his ribs or something. Spine. So I'm going to stop here. So I want him to slow down a little bit. So maybe the strategy is I pet him, but maybe a little bit less frequently. So I'm going to go in again. It's okay, Scruffy. Not trying to hurt you. I want you to be a happy cat. So I'm going to stop petting him now. For a moment. It's okay. Give you a couple more bites. Want the cup? Okay, I'm gonna go in again. You okay, Scruffy? Please don't throw up. It's okay, Scruffy. So the goal here is to, as I said, try to carry on as we've been doing, so he doesn't create a negative association of me petting him, which is is the reason he's throwing up, or a negative association that the food is poisoned or something like that. So you got to carry on basically as have a regular routine, and the throw up thing was just some unrelated incident. It's not caused by me trying to hurt Scruffy. So the ball is definitely slowing him down, but I'm worried he might give up. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a slow feeder bowl. So we're gonna go in again. Is that okay, Scruffy? Is it okay? I'm not trying to scare you. That's what I asked. Are you okay? So, one of my theories of putting in more food is he might not actually eat all the food because the balls are in there. So if I'm wrong about that, I'm more worried he might overeat. But again, that's the normal amount that a cat should eat in a day, so it shouldn't be that bad. But I am worried just because he's prone to throwing up. It may make it worse. I think I'm going to stop petting him. Yeah. So yeah, we're on hard mode now with the 2 squishy balls. But maybe hard mode is what we need to slow him down, because I think this is slowing him down. Of course, it's hard to say because there's a lot more kibble in there now, so with more kibble in there, it's hard to judge how fast he's actually eating. Because it's cup. Cup. Okay, Scruffy, I'm going to go in and try to pet you again. So, is that okay? I'll let you take a bite of your meal first. I keep forgetting about the ones that have been on the plate. Okay, Scruffy, I'm going to try to pet you. It's okay, Scruffy. So there is also a risk that if he gets all the food tonight, he may make an association that every time he throws up, I give him more food. So it might encourage him to throw up more often. Because he got basically a full helping of cat food, plus a bunch of treats. So normally he only gets, the barn cat helping of cat food, and I don't give him treats that often. Especially recently, our relationship's been so bad. You okay, Scruffy? Please don't throw up. You got a lot of food left in your dish. There's a lot of food left. So if he doesn't eat it all, then we're probably at about what I normally feed him for a day. Because the fact is, yeah, he had that, the post-vomit lunch. So he's getting more than he's gotten in the last several days because he's been skipping the lunch meal because he won't come for his food. So if he walks away, it might be just because, yeah, he's full and doesn't want enough food, but he's coming back. Just want to cut. So I'm still thinking about the water. So yeah, so one thing I've been noticing is, yeah, when he eats from the cup, he's been pulling it out, trying to eat it off the ground because he doesn't want to be near the cup. I think I should wear gloves. The gloves are hard to get right now, thanks to the lockdown, COVID craziness. Okay, I'm gonna back off. I backed off, Scruffy. You're still skittish even when I back off. Yeah, I gotta roll the ball the other way. Very good, Scruffy. I'm gonna go back in. So another thing I've been kind of wondering about is if I feed him more, is he willing to stick around and chill out on the deck not far from me, or is he still gonna run off the deck and disappear for the night? Because yeah, he's been doing that pretty often the last couple weeks, and especially when I pet him. And I'm not sure if it's because he's angry at me petting him or because I'm not giving him enough food. So tonight we'll see if it's the food, though of course because he vomited, I don't know. It could be other things too. Okay, I'm gonna back off. Try rolling the golf ball. So I know he hates these balls. Like that. dropped it. Okay, I'm gonna help him with the bowl. Oop, scared him. Want to help the bowl? There's more food. So there's food there, food there. So there's more food. Please don't throw up, Scruffy. Breathe slowly. I think he's looking for more food. Yeah, see, there's more food in the bowl. He might be angry at the balls. So, yeah, he could be actually angry at me, not for the throwing up or the petting, but he might be angry at me for the balls because he has a hard time getting into them. Let me turn the bowl around. Try the food. It's interesting how he turns his back to me. So I don't know if that's a power move, if it's a trust move, or I don't know. So you think if I was dangerous, he'd be keeping an eye on me. The way his tail was moving a second ago, it was kind of flopping around, suggested to me that's when they flap the tip around, that suggests that they're comfortable, I think, from what I recall from one of the many cat videos I've been watching recently. So for a moment there, I think he might have been comfortable. Now it's just gone dead, so I have no idea. There's more food in the bowl, Scruffy. More food in the cup, too. Shaking the cup. Want the cup? Just more in the cup. More in the bowl. So he's getting more comfortable with my index finger at the top of the cup there. So that's progress. But yeah, he's pulling out the food, trying to eat it on the ground. That's my finger. Gonna go in for a pet. It's okay. Yep. Just one more in the cup. My leg's cramping up. He's having trouble getting that last one. He dropped it in the back of the cup. Just looking for it in the bowl. The plate there. Slip it on the plate. Just backing up, Scruffy. And he's skittish. Because I was backing away. So he's still close. So I'm thinking I think he saw what's in the bowl, so I think he wants it, but he's not happy with me being next to the bowl, and not happy with the balls being so difficult. That's my theory anyway. And yeah, I don't really like having the balls that hard, but I think the other configuration, he ate too fast today. So, unfortunately, there's no middle ground, I think. Because I think with the 4 golf balls versus the 2 golf balls and 1 squishy ball, it's about the same. And I remember he had a hard time with 5 golf balls. I think that's like the hardest. So I think this 2 squishy ball, 1 golf ball is probably the best combination. But yeah, it's clearly difficult for him. So the risk of slow cat feeder is that he still may eat from that too fast. So I don't know how much it actually slows him down. So because even with the balls in there today, he still ate too fast, and so there's no guarantee the slow feeder is going to actually be any better. So, oh, Scruffy's had it, so he's leaving. That's no fun. Okay, folks, so I don't know where he went off to. I think he's gone. Yeah, I don't see him. Guess I can stand up. I just don't want to startle him. Okay, so I guess he didn't want to take the golf ball challenge anymore. But all things considered, him throwing up today and how bad things could have been, I think we actually did okay tonight. So we'll see how this plays out in the following days. But hopefully I didn't completely lose him, and hopefully I brought him back most of the way with the treats and the extra food tonight, and I think petting him, assuming he doesn't throw up, I mean, he seems okay. He just walked off, didn't cough up things. So assuming he's okay, yeah, I think petting him was probably the right thing, just so he doesn't make an association that petting was causing vomiting. So I guess that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.